So today we're going to fit a double socket onto these cables here, and so we're going to put in a plasterboard box and use this tool, a Dewalt multi-cutter, just to do it. So first of all, we'll just hold it up to where it's going to be, right on top of the duct. Spirit level. Get the spirit level held on there until the bubble is in the centre, like so, and then we can just mark round the outside edges. And I'm just going to drill into each corner, nice and gently. This isn't working that perfect. Something I had not realised, but I can see it now, there's actually some timber behind this. And it looks like there's actually timber board. There's a sheet, it looks like it's OSB board, so it's not going to be quite as straightforward as what I thought, but never mind, let's crack on and see. When you're starting off with this, you have to be quite careful, and so just get it starting off quite steady. And you just want to follow the line. Cuts through the plasterboard ever so easily. Easily, and there you have it. And that's the OSB board at the back, which maybe I'd forgotten that was there, so we just need to cut that out as well. Bit of a pain. Can you see all that?
Yeah.
I'll cut this piece. So Finn is going to demonstrate to us how to replace the new blade. Take it away, Finn.
So you push this down to release the blade, like that.
Okay.
And then
there's the
get your new blade. Push that back down again. Your new blade will slot and then lock in.
That's as easy as that. And that's just locks in. So just give it a quick test just to make sure it looks okay.
Yep.
That's the old blade, so you can see, and compared to the new blade, and that should be okay. Okay then, good. Let's crack on. So that's got that out. I'll be careful not. And there you have it. That's all the insulation inside the wall. Okay then, so we put a slightly deeper box in than this one, because this one was a second hand and it was a bit of a scruffy box. And we've actually used a slightly deeper box just because we've got plenty of space to do that. Now, we couldn't get the, because of the thickness, there was the 12.5mm thickness of the plasterboard and the OSB board, which was also about 12mm. Obviously that makes about 1 inch, and there just wasn't the space to get this in and push it all in and clamp them both in. So we tried a couple of things which they didn't really work. So in the end what we did, we used again the multi-tool. We did try to get it on camera, but it didn't come out very well. Used the multi-tool and we just notched out a piece of wood there, and now suddenly the box has gone in, these have clamped in, they've locked in now behind the plasterboard, and they've clamped in nice and tight. And there you have it, a nice secure box. Minimal movement, and it's just nice and secure. So, I always use the knife to strip the cables back. So we're just going to mark the cables, the outer grey, nice and even on both sides. And then very carefully, these have already been semi-stripped, just take your knife and it's going to run alongside the CPC, and it's exaggerating, it's going to go in an angle like that. That's just exaggerating it, so it's just going to run carefully along the CPC. If you're slightly careless or make a mistake, you'll start nicking into the brown insulation. We don't want to do that, so that's why we're slightly going to face in to the CPC, to the bare earth. Just nip it down to where it's been nicked, give the cables a bit of a tug, a twist and a tug, and there you have it. They should come off nice and neatly. Do the same on this one. I've done this 1,000 times and never had a problem. The first time we do it on camera. And there you have it. Nice and neat and tidy. Going to strip roughly about just under 1 inch of insulation off. Okay, to strip them, to double them back. It's important to double them back. That's slightly too long, that one, so let's just knock a bit off there. Slightly less than half. Twist up, not twist up, double it back, pinch it up. It's nice and tidy. I like using the 2mm because it's just so much neater. So literally just slide it on, feel where the end is, pull it back 1 inch or so, and double it back again the same way. Sleeving on. Okay, now we're going to have them in pairs, obviously. So we'll take the two neutrals. I like them to be both both facing the same way. So the actual screw, if you can get in a bit closer there, when they go into the socket, the screw actually screws down onto the bit that has been doubled over. The click socket again. So both of them are going to go in side by side, like that. Let's just tuck the others out of the way so you can see. So they're both going to go in side by side into the neutral terminal. There's no copper exposed, they go in nice and deep, and they just screw on like that. I haven't done them too tight. Do the same now with the line conductors. Again, twist them up so they're both facing the same way. And they'll both go in there, gone in nice and deep again, not too deep so it's going to be touching on the insulation. Oh, that's not great. Look there, one of the screws has come out. So now we've got to be a bit careful dropping it in. So if you want to film it from above then. So because the screw now, we've got to just literally, let's try and do it with these still on. We're just going to drop the screw in. And then if we just carefully, hopefully it will just find its, that's on there. And now it's just the two CPCs, it's the same process, both of them folded over the same way. And they'll then just go into either this terminal, it doesn't matter. Some people like to put one in one in the other. Okay, now push them back. We're going to fold the cable, almost make a bit of a spring effect. This should all go back quite nice and neatly. And then it should all just, so it's just sprung back in there and there's plenty of space in there. And so the cable should all just fold in nice and neat. Before we finally screw them up, I'm just going to pull it forward again and we're just going to check the tightness of the screws, because twisting them up and pushing them back in and moving them around, they can slightly come loose. That's gone on okay. And then the idea is if you look on this one, as the screw tightens up against the faceplate, it pulls this yellow further in.
Yeah.
And causes it to go really tight, and so the tighter it gets, the better the fixture is in. And you'll start to hear the clicks as it clicks in. Okay, just check the level of the socket. Almost spot on. Okay, perfect. Plug that in and turn it on. And if all three green lights, that shows it's okay. It's also got an audible sound to tell you everything's okay. But we should also do the ZS test as well. So just turn the tester on. It's also on the Z there. It's on the 3-lead low. And we'll just simply plug it in, turn it on. It will detect a voltage. You don't have to press any buttons. It takes about 8 to 10 seconds. And these are on a 20 amp radial circuit, so I think that's is that about 2.5 ohms. It's got to be less than, is it 2.2 or 2.5? One of the two. Anyway, 0.64 ohms, nice and low, so that's fine. Just keep it running a second. And over in the corner is my lovely customer. Working hard away.